The New Zealand military is small but significant. With growing tensions between China and the United States, our region is of increased geopolitical and geostrategic significance. We have a large territory and would benefit from a well-funded military that is closely fitted to our unique present needs and potential future needs. Such a military force will reduce our dependence on other states and enhance our sovereignty. Such a military force will make us a valuable ally, which will give us greater leverage. Such a military force will make us a more serious geostrategic player. Such a military force will make our country safer. The first and foremost purpose of a government is to provide security for the people. We face a dangerous world, and we should not forget this. We may be safe now, but in the realm of international relations, things can change rapidly. We live in an anarchic international order. There is no higher authority to look out for us. We must look after ourselves. And that is why I favour increased military spending. Not because I am some kind of hawk who wants us to act as a US lackey. I do not want us to act as a US lackey. But a stronger military force will increase our security, leverage, and independence. It will reduce our reliance on other states and make them more reliant on us. It will make us more powerful, and it will improve our security. Increased military spending is desperately needed. We should increase our military spending to at least 2% of GDP. The New Zealand Defence Force is seriously underfunded and has been neglected by successive governments. Some military equipment is becoming increasingly outdated and unreliable. The lack of fiscal prioritization is a recipe for a demoralized military force. A significant funding boost is necessary to ensure that the military can perform its extremely important duties to the highest standard. National security, international diplomacy, national prestige, and maritime order are dependent on a well-funded military force. We cannot afford to underfund our military. But what is this new funding to be spent on? Perhaps the most important major spending priority is upgrading or replacing our 2 diplomatic transport planes. These planes are notorious for breaking down and have become a national embarrassment. Strong diplomatic capacities are absolutely crucial, and as an isolated island nation, these planes are at the centre of our diplomatic capacity. Their serious shortcomings have repeatedly been an issue and should be addressed. In the coming decade, our navy will need a significant overhaul. Our frigates are becoming outdated. They are already far behind their Australian counterparts in terms of their military capacities. Significant upgrades, more frigates, or new combat ships will soon be required. Potentially, we will need to invest in all of these things. As an isolated island nation, our navy should be a major priority, both as a maritime and a military force. Other naval assets will also need upgrades or replacements in coming years, and this must be addressed. Major spending will soon be necessary as military assets begin to reach a state of total inadequacy and obsolescence. Some progress has been made in this regard, with the new P-8 Poseidon aircraft replacing the old Orions, but there is a lot more that will need to be done in the coming years. It is also important to have a military that is equipped to deal with the unpredictable future that we face. The world order is heading towards multipolarity, and it looks set to become increasingly volatile. There are many potential futures. We should not assume that change will be extremely slow. We should not assume that the world will stay as it is. Our geostrategic position can change massively, very quickly. If history teaches us one thing, it teaches us that the realm of international relations is a dynamic and ever-changing environment. Therefore, it is crucial that the military is equipped with the capacity to deal with an array of possible futures. This means maintaining a broad base of skills. Currently, the military lacks experience operating combat aircraft, surface-to-air missiles, and tracked vehicles. These are common military assets that we may require in the future. For quite some time, the military has lacked these assets, and so the ability to operate them gradually fades as skills begin to disappear. This is a serious issue because it means that if we ever need these things, significant training must occur, which presents a major barrier to quick and effective procurement and employment of these systems. It is possible that the military should consider obtaining some of this equipment simply for the sake of maintaining these skills. Even if it is old, outdated equipment or simply trainer equipment. Maintaining the capacity to effectively use this equipment is crucial because it means we can purchase it and use it far more effectively if we ever need it. Maintaining the capacity to use certain equipment should the need for it ever arise should be an important element of military spending. If we have access to this equipment, we will be far better equipped to use it if ever the need to use it arises. This is how many military forces operate. They have no need for much of their equipment, but are aware that they should maintain a strong capacity to use it because one day they may need it. And our capacity to use this equipment would be greatly enhanced if we possessed it. These are just some thoughts regarding what potential military spending could look like. I am by no means a military expert, and I am sure that those who have served in or studied our military can provide valuable insight into how money should be spent. I am sure that there are countless components of our military that are underfunded, from small projects to major geostrategic technology. But the fact of the matter is simple. We cannot take our security for granted. We live in a volatile and dangerous world. We must invest in our military. We must increase military spending. This will increase our geostrategic leverage and make us more powerful, both as a solitary power and as an alliance partner. This will increase our independence as we become less reliant on other states for our security needs. This will increase our security and ensure that the citizens of New Zealand are safe.